Friends, good evening. My name is Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi. I'm speaking from New Delhi, India. Friends, today is the World Teachers' Day. So I dedicate this day to all the teachers of all countries of the world. We have been touring everywhere for the past about 45 years with a view to bringing peace on this Mother Earth by promoting peace education as a mass movement. Today's talk is sponsored by the International Association of Educators for World Peace, which is an NGO affiliate of United Nations, the Economic and Social Council, and other independent autonomous bodies under the UN. Let's note the background of the World Teachers' Day. The World Teachers' Day was first announced and convened in the year 1994, about 28 years ago, based on the resolution of 1996 by the UNESCO, where the role of teachers was fully defined. In the memory of this day, the signing of MOU and the announcement of the role of teachers, the World Teachers' Day is being organized. While in India, we observe the National Teachers' Day on 5th of September in the memory of the birthday of our second President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. But the Teachers' Day is 1 month after, which is 5th October. It's a great day, as well as an auspicious occasion, when today we have decided to discuss about the role of teachers, changing role of teachers, the new challenges and dimensions before the teachers, with a view to tackling all problems of the world by having a new approach, a neological as well as a neocratic approach to education, so that without any delay, the problems of the students are over, problems of the countries and the entire world are over, by having appropriate solutions of specific problems faced by the countrymen and women, as also young and old minds living on this Mother Earth, especially in the third millennium. So friends, we have to see where are the problems. Actually, the educational system is not changing faster. The way world is changing, educational system is growing at a slower speed. Need is to really look back and review the system so that it can fit onto the present problems for which solutions. For example, you go to any country, there's hardly any country barring very small islands, which are also member of UN. The population is 50,000 to 100,000. In all countries, we have a problem of either insurgency or, for that matter, internal security, peacelessness, etc., etc. Now, the reason is very simple. Somehow, because young boys and girls are not satisfied, because whatever they have studied has become redundant and obsolete. They feel that for society, it's not going to be used, except a few very important institutions, about say, in every country, about say 30 to 50 institutions which are reputed, where the system is different. But on a mass scale, the system is the same old system, where the students coming, they do not have the proper knowledge of whatever is required by the society. That is very important. And if this is not done, we are going to face a disaster very soon. The amount of pollution we are facing, the human species won't survive, so will be the animals and all other natural systems collapse. Why? Give another example. You have the global warming, the greenhouse effect, the hole in the ozone layer, there is a sea level rise, we have excessive rain, it's raining cats and dogs everywhere, and nobody is bothered. Nobody is going to see the root cause. they want to find a solution of rehabilitation. We have to have the disaster preparedness so that disasters like man-made disasters or natural disasters don't happen. We are waiting for a disaster and then we try to do something without having competent cadre of disaster mitigators. So this will be the result. We have to tackle the problem at source. How to solve it? We have to see that the global warming is reduced. It should not rise at a faster speed. It should be normal. For that matter, we have to understand the need to have attitudinal behavior change. Supposing the industrial houses are earning money and they're getting richer and richer, not bothered about pollution and its control. People are using more number of vehicles. In Delhi, we find several million vehicles are coming and many rules are there, but even then, it's very difficult to maintain pollution at lower level because of all other issues also. We have the air which is not pure, water is polluted, and there is a noise pollution also everywhere. The root cause is social pollution. We have to have the control over our mental pollution. Only then we can change the attitude of people. But while discussing the role of teachers, educators, didactics in the coming world, with a view to really providing training and guidance, counseling to the young minds, so that they become successful persons, human beings, by way of either becoming a job seeker or a job giver or entrepreneur or joining politics or joining as teachers or engineers or doctors or bureaucrats or technocrats or for that matter maybe businessmen or become advocates, lawyers, judges, journalists, politicians. Many advantages, but in every field there is a need for change in the curriculum so that the students coming out, they have an extra knowledge, a fairly good knowledge of the subject they are studying and the scope of utilization of their mind in the profession they will be adopting. That is very important. Then, if you talk of the solutions in isolation, nothing will happen. Nobody wants to recognize and to have a solution without mixing it with the social issues. In isolation, we keep on having slogans, control pollution, no, then remove unemployment, nothing will happen. We have to have a solution. We have to know the problems. To my mind, the first problem is of peacelessness. There is hardly any country where there is no problem of peacelessness, insurgency, or internal security. So, even now, at least 10-15 countries are fighting among each other. There are internal fights also, like Sri Lanka. But what is the solution? If we don't control it, it is something like a big disaster where there is no person on this Mother Earth. If there are atomic war and the chemical warfare, overnight the world will face. If there is no war, because of the global warming, the sea level rise. Supposing the sea level goes up to say about now 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, very difficult. We have say 3 foot, 4 feet. The entire world will be under the sea. Now there is fear that we'll have no Maldives, half of Bangladesh will go, Holland, Netherlands will go away. Many other islandic island countries will also be under the sea. But if you don't control it, the entire world will be doomed very soon. We have to educate the people, and moreover, by educating also, we have to also change the curriculum in order to ensure that we create environment-friendly and sustainable jobs. I was just discussing in Hindi about the need for somehow solving the problem of unemployment as well as peacelessness. Peacelessness is there because of unemployment. The young minds are bought by the laboring countries in order to exploit them for disturbing a third country, which is as bad. What is the solution? Solution does not lie in educating those countries so that they don't do it. They will do it. But better idea is that we provide education to the young minds which can be sustained by them, which is suitable for them, which will make them human beings, which will make them job givers or job seekers. If they want to become businessmen, they should be perfectly trained in order to become entrepreneurs. In the school education, college education, university education, there is no class, curriculum where it is taught as to how to become a business person, how to have an organization, what type of organizations could be there, like proprietary or partnership or limited company or LLC or cooperative or even society or a trust. All these things are to be educated to them. If somebody is not wanting to become a job seeker or a job giver, they want to go for social service so that they could do voluntary work. They have to have a society or a trust or a Section 8 company, or in other countries there are provisions under the Companies Act while incorporating the same. There is a place where you can approach the government to declare it non-profit. So many ways of tackling all these issues. We have to solve the problem of unemployment by curriculum development, curriculum modification, in order to ensure that the present needs are somehow adhered to. Now, these two problems are very important, and if we talk of solution, then it is practical, because it's a need-based. You are solving a problem, you are solving other problems also of the society or the country or the world. Coming back to the third problem, which is very alarming, pollution and its control. You know, we have come to a point of no return. Pollution is high everywhere. You know of the excessive rain you had in US or North America, South America, even Asia, Africa, Europe, everywhere finding that the flooding has caused big loss to the entire world. We have to control it. How? Because we have to have a lifestyle intervention, the living style must be changed, and there are many, many solutions. So, for that matter, it is better that we teach regarding creation of environment-friendly and sustainable jobs. Rather, we should have a job policy or even entrepreneurial policy, a business policy, which is eco-friendly, environment-friendly, that we not only produce and make the country richer, export or import, but we also ensure it is causing no pollution. So it will be a very win-win situation for solving the problem of unemployment as well as pollution. We have to create eco-friendly job. Now, talk of another two problems, because if we solve 5 problems through educational system modification, everybody will like it. There will be mad rush. Teachers will have big value. Today I am discussing the role of teachers only. Teachers will be really adored, worshipped. Now teachers have no value, because students know that after so much of knowledge teacher has given, we are thoroughly useless. We are unemployable. Being unemployed is not a bad thing, but being unemployable is sin. Duty of the government and the teachers and society, policy makers, that we should not produce such young minds, boys and girls, who are problem to the society because they are not able to do anything. They can fit in anywhere. In farming also, modern farming, tons of money can be organized. In manufacturing also, in marketing also, in social sector also, in voluntary sector also. or by having the number of occupations more and more. There was a time when there was no IT or computer system. Jobs were less. Now, after automation, productivity has gone high, and employment also exists in the IT sector. Young students want to go for BTech IT only, MTech IT, or computer science and engineering, without knowing that other branches also good. There is 100% employment in BTech in environmental engineering, but wherever the AICT has given seats, hardly 50% of them are filled up. They do not know. Environment is a field, pollution control is a field, which is must, is a need based. The amount of pollution we have caused already, by way of vehicular pollution or industrial pollution, social pollution, or pollution caused by the steel, mining, petrochemical, pharmaceutical, leather, petrochemical, thermal power plants, many other industries. We have come to a point of no return. Unless we do it, unless there is an attitudinal change among the minds of industrialists, that if they still pollute, they will be richer, but they will no longer be surviving on this mother earth. It is something like touching 440 volts and saying that we won't do it again. Supposing we touch 440 volts in India, Europe, America, Africa, anywhere, Asia, Oceania, 440 volts. Say that we won't do it again. Impossible. You can't survive to say that, oh sorry, I will not do it again. Accordingly, we have come to a point of no return. Let us change our minds. Let's do the needful in order to have a cleaner and a greener Mother Earth. If we don't do it, we're not going to survive anyway. So friends, how it is possible? The fourth policy for the teachers to educate and ensure that we must have a modified educational policy which could be sustained by the minds of the students, by the society, by the government, so that the problems are over, no unemployment, more number of job givers than the job seekers. In the curriculum, after the 10th or 12th graduation or post-graduation or the master's or doctoral program, there must be at least 15 days to 1 month class. We have a 2-year, 3-year, 5-year period of teaching. Still, we don't teach the real thing which is needed as to how to seek a job, how to write a biodata, how to write an application, how to face the interview, how to really concentrate your mind to go to a particular direction for some time. The students coming out must be given 4, 5, 6 options that they have this possibility, and they must have different types of plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. But at one time they should practice one. If they feel that they will not be successful in that line, they switch over to second line, third line. Any one line will be adopted by them because everybody has been born with a different fate, different mind, different environment. So somebody can be a good sport person, somebody can be a good musician, somebody will be a good politician, somebody may be a better actor, actress, somebody will be a producer or a director, somebody may be a good lawyer, advocate, somebody can be a good scientist, somebody can be only an engineer, somebody may not become a doctor, but others may be becoming a doctor. Some persons may be liking to become a journalist. Effective training is a must, and the fee should be very low. Fee should be low, more number of classes should be there. Those who cannot afford full-time, they can come part-time as distance learners, or for that matter, they can be online students. Fee will be very less. Now, fee is very high. If you see of admission in medical colleges, engineering colleges, or other colleges, everywhere the fee has got very high, which is not required. And government is not doing. Government has a sadistic pleasure of allowing them so that government knows and the other persons who government is helping. How can you help? Supposing you keep a fee of say about $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for a particular course, how will somebody pay? They can't pay. It should be reduced by at least 70%. Only 30% fee is reasonable. If we have more number of students to be trained, there should be mass movement, there should be mass game. Idea should be to train the entire mass rather than providing training to 100, 500 students by charging tons of money, exorbitant amount. It is unethical, my dear friends. So, we have to have a correct educational policy by inculcating or adding in the syllabus the new topics like environmental education, disaster management, disaster education, or sustainable development, or peace studies, or conflict resolution, intellectual property rights, human rights. All these things should be known to the students so that they become humane. Otherwise, they are just like machine. They don't understand. And that is why the frustration that they are committing suicide. No suicide should take place anywhere in the world. No accident should take place. We can't say that good that people are dying, so population is decreasing. No, that is not the way to decrease population. We will discuss that after 2 minutes. Now is the need for having the correct educational policy which should be sustained by our mother earth, by the students, by the guardians, by the society. Coming to the last problem, because I told you that unless we solve a problem by way of diagnosing the weaknesses in the system, also by having a new educational policy, very unlikely that we talk educational policy in isolation. If it is practical, people will like it more, students will like it more, society will like it more, and teachers will also like it more. If they don't like it, government must make it compulsory. Because training is a must. If they are trained 30 years back, how can they be practical today? And in the colleges, no teaching is done. You are master's degree holder in physics, chemistry, mathematics, or social sciences, or biology, and you write the entrance exam, you are becoming a very good teacher. That's all. Without knowing the teaching methodology. I don't know why it is compulsory in the secondary education. In post-secondary is not there. So there is mushroom growth of B.Ed colleges, providing no teaching at all. It's a degree mill or a diploma mill. We have sugar mill, textile mill, steel mill, we have a degree and diploma mill. It's very sad. Don't go to the classes, appear in the exam, use unfair means, spend some money, get the degree, and remain unemployable for your life. This is an alarming situation. So friends, we have to do that at once. Fifth matter is relating to the population explosion. We have more population, no doubt. If there have been less population, problems would have been nothing. No problem. But now sustained by our mother earth. So friends, as I told you, population explosion has to be mitigated as far as possible. If we don't do it, we will face many other disasters. At the same time, while finding a solution to the problems related to population explosion, it is desirable that we somehow create a situation where there is a new communication strategy for having a better family planning system. The government or the governments somehow do not have a proper communication policy, especially in the democratic world where population is higher. Many countries are there, including China, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh. So friends, we have to have a controlled population size, and for that matter the communication system should be better so that the couple, the men and women, before giving birth to a new child, must ensure that yes, it is the right time to have it, and let us have only limited number of children in the family. For that matter, in the developing countries as well as the underdeveloped countries, we have to also ensure that the communication strategies should not be hackneyed, an old system, having posters and putting posters on the road here and there, nothing will happen. We have to have different system of providing counseling depending on this religious background, their religious background. If they are, say, Hindus or Muslims or Christians or Zoroastrian, where we are seeing the population decrease, and in other areas like Buddhist or even Sikh or Jain. So all those religious backgrounds have to be understood, and the background of the religious beliefs. We had somehow come to a conclusion of finding and locating the right answer and a clever answer to ensure that they get convinced for having controlled population size. Now these things are very important. In the meantime, we have to see that the existing population, if it is growing and grown already, we have to use their mind judiciously. Existing population, young minds are too many now in the world. They have to be trained in a way so they are successful people, successful nation builders. In that case, skilling is of vital importance. The different countries must have more and more vocations, more occupations. Only then the job market will increase. For that matter, there has to be research, there has to be trainers, there has to be training program, skilling centers, and the methodology of training should be also improved. During COVID, millions of jobs have been lost. In that case, we have to invite those persons who have lost jobs by motivating them to undergo some online courses, maybe free of charge or very little money, where they can have new vocations. If they have lost their job because they were job givers, let them become job seekers. They can restart everything. And in the area where they have expertise or they had expertise, again it can be revived by having fresher courses. They can enter into, they can throw themselves into new environment with full of zeal and enthusiasm, so that the world citizenry and the Indian citizenry and the different countries' citizenry could use their knowledge to the fullest extent of their abilities. By doing so, we can have a controlled population size, and those who are already on this Mother Earth may be trained in a way that they are useful to society. On the occasion of the World Teachers' Day, we offer our best wishes to you, and let's hope that all teachers get united and understand the need to get themselves trained time and again. In India, we are observing the Vijayadashmi, Dasara, and Durga Puja. Today is the concluding day. It's a great day, and because we are busy in our routine work, in our worshipping work, so I would like to take your time for getting good wishes from each one of you for the country's development, and I wish that may peace prevail on this Mother Earth. There are no problems. The world is without any problem. Thank you very much.